Hey guys, it's Davin here at Brewbitz.com. Now, it's coming up to apple season, so it's time to get your apple presses if you haven't. And in the box, I have got the Vigo 6-litre fruit press. And we also do this in a 12-litre version as well. And they're pretty much both the same, but they do come flat packed to you. So you're going to need to open them up. So I thought we would just quickly go through what's in the box. So come on in, James, and we'll unpackage the box together. So first of all are going to be your instructions. This tells you how to put your press together and also what to use. So this is a nice little metal bar. We'll be getting to that in a bit. Okay, so here we've got 2 pieces of metal. You'll notice both got screws at the end. Now one does screw into the other, like so, and this is your spindle that's going to go in the centre of your press. Now, don't grab hold of here and twist. Take the little packaging that it came in, rip it in half, put half around that side, half around that side, and now give it a twist. This will save, because these edges on here are very, very sharp, and this will save cutting your hands, and this also gives you a little bit of extra grip. There we go, that's done, nice and tight. As you can see, it's quite heavy. These little blocks of wood, very, very useful, because these are going to form part of our cage. Yeah, it's rid of a little bit of cardboard, and here is the main base. So here you go, you've got a steel base that's been enameled, and you've got some holes in the bottom here so you can screw it down to a nice piece of wood. And then we've got a few other bits and bobs as well. Oh, I love this bit. We've got your bag, so this helps to prevent any apples from squidging everywhere. We've got grease to grease your pole. Well, your spindle. A little nylon washer, a load of screws, and these are going to go to help us build our cage. So I'll pop that with the bits of wood. This little block will be used when pressing. We've got a couple of semicircles of wood, which again go on the top of our press in a bit. We've got some blocks of wood. So this is when you've actually got your apple pulp in your press, and you need to raise your chocks up a little bit, and you've got 2 sets of those. Great to make a little game of Jenga. Then we've got our big nut, and it's got 3 little holes. Remember our pole from earlier? Aha! And then lastly, 2 little rings. Now, I'm not very good at magic. They really don't stick together, and I really can't hula hoop with these. So that is basically what's in the box. So next, we need to put this and these and some screws together. So go and grab yourself a screwdriver, and on here I've got the wrong fitting. I need, got another screwdriver here. You need a crosshead Phillips screwdriver. Go grab one of those and we'll start putting it together. We also need to screw the spindle into our base. It goes in quite easy until you get so far. And remember our little bit of bubble wrap again. Very useful. There we go. That is our base ready. So to build our cage, we need to take our packs of wood. Take your cellophane off your packs of wood, and you'll notice a couple of things about it. Come on in tight, James, because one side has got some holes, the other side hasn't. Okay, that's part 1. And part 2 is come down to this end, James, to this end. Lovely. So this end here is perfectly straight cut. Up to the other end, James. And you'll notice that this has got a chamfer cut on the end corner here. Got that? We're going to try and get all the chamfers the same way around when we build the cage. And of course you need to remember where your holes are. Right, that's part one. So let's grab our cage and our first hole. And this is the way I find it quite easy, is to little stool, support the wood between your two legs, put the cage over the top, take your screw, line it up with a hole, and tighten it up. That's one. Just got a few more to go. Won't take long. So when you get down this far, I tend to find it easier to drop my screw totally. Drop my screw into my hole, slide my bit of wood underneath, making sure the chamfer is at the right end, of course. Lining my hole up. And just quickly popping them in. Don't take much. And we're almost done. Couple to go. Doesn't help that I'm scrummy handed. You don't really need to do them over tight, they've just got to be tight enough because the pressure is going to be from the inside and pushing them out against the metal rings. So this is really more just to keep them from falling off when you pick it up. So that's the first ring done, and then all we do, take our second ring, slide it over, line up some holes, get some more screws, and off we go again. Remember this nylon washer I pulled out of the box at the beginning? Well, that sits on there, and that helps prevent the screw from making some horrible grinding noises as you tighten everything down. So all you need to do now is get yourself a load of apples, fill them up, grease your pole, and do a bit of pressing. And you get some amazing apple juice. And of course, if you want to, you can then look at our recipes and see how to turn that into cider. The Vigo 6-litre Hobby Press, and we also do the Vigo 12-litre Hobby Press, and they both go together in exactly the same way. Happy brewing!